Hey folks, in this video we're going to unbox and assemble and review the WEN 4212T variable speed 10 inches drill press. This drill press cost at the time of this video around $200 on Amazon. I have used many drill presses before. Currently I own a tiny 8-inch Harbor Freight that sells for around $90 that sits here at the workshop, and an old 10 inches Ryobi that I bought back in 2010 for $115, and that one sits at the backyard shed. And I must say, the Ryobi has been an absolutely fantastic tool since I got it. I have abused that poor drill press and it has never ever failed me, so the one has some big expectations to live up to. Drill presses are one of the most straightforward power tools there are to assemble, but for the sake of argument, let's say we glanced at the manual. So here we are. The way you put together, it's very simple. You put down the base, then you attach the column to it. This one, because it has a rack that helps you with the height of the table, you have to remove the rack first. Then you install the table. And then install the rack again. And then we put the head on. Install the chuck. Install all the little bits and pieces. Make sure everything is tight and secure. And that's basically it. Ta-da! This thing is enormous. It's my first reaction to it. I didn't think it was going to be this big. Actually didn't think it was going to be this big either. What makes this drill press special is that it has an adjustable variable speed. Most normal drill presses, you open the cover here and you change the belt on the... Yes, sweetie? I'm trying to do a video, Ash. Alrighty. You want shoulder. Come up. Hop up. Alright. As I was saying, most drill presses, you open up the cover and... and this one has a lever that you shift. The way this one works, this pulley is spring-loaded, and this one is moved up and down by this bracket here. And as it moves up and down, it increases or decreases the diameter, and it forces this one also to change its diameter, and that makes it change speed. If this one, the diameter is smaller, and this one is going to be bigger, the drill press is going to go slower. But if this one is bigger and this one is smaller, it's going to go faster. Well, let's see how it runs. It's not terribly loud, but louder than I'm used to. That's a scary noise. I hope that's normal. It has a laser guide that obviously will need to be adjusted, and there are adjustment screws on this side and on the other side. I don't like the way the compartment for the little laser thing is. The power switch is not a problem. My problem with it is that it runs on batteries. Also, the whole thing is a little flimsy and plasticky and snappy. It has a depth adjustment with it, this little thingy here, that you can set the depth for drilling. So let's drill something and see how it does the one thing it is designed to do. It does have a chuck holder here on the side that is convenient. Alright, let's put a hole through this thing. Hate that noise. But it will drill. It's a drill press. That's the thing it's supposed to do. Now what I don't like about it, I don't like that it does not have a light. My cheap Harbor Freight one has a light. I think lights should be standard on all drill presses, and it doesn't have one. I must say here that my Ryobi drill press has a light, and the laser guide doesn't run on batteries. So that's points against the WEN. But overall, on first look, I can't think of anything else to complain about. So I'm going to use this for about a week or so and find a place in the workshop for it, and then see what my impression is then.
2 weeks later.
So it's been a few weeks since I've had the WEN drill press, and in that time I have drilled tiny little holes, and I've drilled huge holes, and I've used it as a drum sander, and it has done everything I've asked of it. I mean, it's a drill press, it has one job to do. And I have not managed to bog it down. The itty bitty little Harbor Freight drill press, that thing, anything would stall the motor. This one is actually, I have not stalled the motor yet, so that's a very good thing. That said, I do have some thoughts on it. First of all, this thing is quite big. It is bigger than I estimated it was going to be. So that's not the drill press's fault, that's my fault. But I had to rearrange my workshop to make it fit. I had to move a few things around, move a few cabinets around. So keep that in mind, it is a big tool. It is remarkably tall. I actually cut a 4-inch section of the column here so that it would fit on the space I had. So yeah, keep it in mind, this is a tall drill press. By far the biggest complaint I have is the lack of a light. So I made a little light with one of these Harbor Freight flashlight things, and that fixes that problem. But I think a drill press on this price range and of this size should have a light built into it. I absolutely love the variable speed adjustment. People don't realize how much it matters, the speed at which you drill things. And being able to adjust it on the fly like this is wonderful. I love this feature. I think this alone justifies getting this drill press if you do things that would require changing the speed at which you drill or operate the tool at any regular basis. So, overall, I think it's a good drill press. It's a little pricey in my opinion, but I think everything is pricey, so I'm not a good indicator. But it had a few quirks that disappoint me. They could improve on that. Other than that, this is a solid tool, and unless something vital breaks, like the circuitry here, or the motor, or the belt mechanism, I don't think I'll ever need another drill press. This one will do everything I need to do with. So that's my conclusion on the WEN 42 something something T drill press. What's the model of this thing? So that's my conclusion on the WEN 10-inch variable speed drill press. If you have any questions, any comments, please leave them below and I'll do my best to answer them. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.